Filipino friends, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a whole Christmas town scene, so I'm super excited about that. For the base color, I first applied Color Vibe in Whiteout, and on top of that I applied Paparazzi Pretty in Pearls. So first of all, to have a background, I'm going to take some of these trees on either side to place on the nails. I'm going to pick them up in Maniology's Bam White B170. I do want them to look like snowy trees. I will probably go back over them with my brush just to add a little bit of green. And I need to get this little piece off here. Okay. So now for this side, I'm going to alternate it. I'm going to go to Maniology's Evergreen B315. I was trying to take off some of the pieces I don't want. And for this one, I'll add some... Actually, I don't like this one. I don't like the bottom part. Let me get some different ones. I like that side better, so I'm just going to go back to that one. And for this one, I'll add some white onto the tree to get that snow effect. So for this little piece I missed, I'm just taking some of that color. Which some of this is probably going to get covered up anyway. Okay, so I'm going back to that white one. I'm just going to add a little bit of green to it. Because I still want it to look snowy, but again, still want it to look like trees. So I'll tap it around until I get it to my desired look, and then I'll come back and show you. And I'll also switch to this brush. I like that one better for that specific reason. It'll all come together at the end, so don't worry. Okay, and then this one needs some white. Okay, now I'm going to go to plate M171, and I'm also going to get some of these trees here. I'm going to pick those up in Bam White, and then I'll reverse stamp them to get the green to come through. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside to dry for a minute. Now I'm going to go to this plate. It's one of the Amazon plates, XY-NB09. I really love this plate for all this area here. So what I'm going to do is take Maniology's Woolly B258 and pick up this image here. So real quick, I'm gonna look against the nail to see if I'm going to, and I probably will. So I am going to set this aside. I'm gonna go ahead and reverse stamp it to get it the color that I want. But I'm also gonna pick it up a couple of more times first. So I'll do all that and be back. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and reverse stamp this image, and I'm gonna use Candy Mayo 961. The color is very similar to Evergreen. This one is not as opaque, of course, but since I'm just coloring in, I'm not going to use the stamping polish. Kind of just depends on what image I'm doing and how opaque I want it. So for this, I'm gonna save my stamping polish and just use regular. Okay, I'm gonna flip it to see how that's looking. And I'm good with that, so I'm gonna set it aside to let that dry. Okay, so to reverse stamp these, I'm going to use Maybelline Serene Steel. This way I get some color. Also, I am using this brush in particular because I don't need the thin brush since it's a larger image. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one and do the other one as well, and I'll be back and show you. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. As you can see, the color I chose was not a good choice because now you cannot see those little stone pieces on this image. So basically, I'm going to end up redoing this one and picking a different color, and I think what I'm going to do is just do it in white. Okay, so now you can see them. And sometimes you do just got to play around with colors, see what works. Sometimes it does and sometimes it don't. So I'll do this one and be back. Okay, and I got that done, so now I'm going to apply these trees so I can free up a stamper. So right now, this is the tree background. I'm leaving this one without the trees on purpose. Alright, so now we're going to go to this plate, also an Amazon plate. I'm going to go to this image. We're going to get into the fun stuff now. I'm going to pick up with Mineology Acorn B498. And I feel like only this part's gonna fit, so that's what I'm gonna concentrate on. And I will reverse stamp it. And actually I decided to go back and go ahead and pick up all of it and just fit on what we can. Because I think I can fit maybe a little bit more than what I thought. Okay, so I'm also going to go to the two beside it. I'm going to pick those up. I'm going to take off the star from this one. Most of it didn't make it on there anyway, so that's fine. Now I'm grabbing this one. And this is the reason I really wanted this plate. The whole little town scene, also because of this. Alright, now we're jumping to this one. And I'm grabbing this image here. Had to go pull out some more stampers. Oh my goodness. Look at me making a mess. So I personally like to have like 10 stampers for this. That way you can have one image for each nail. So that's just to me a good number to have. It's okay. I know I see that little tiny piece I missed. I'm not going to fuss over that one. You could always draw your own line on there if you wanted to. Now I'm going to this image right here, and this one does have a name. So Jen Tyon-Y081 per usual. Don't know if I'm saying it correctly. So I'm trying to decide because I want the house a color. So what I think I'm going to do is grab Miniology's Cocoa B351. I'm not going to... thinking. I don't think I'm going to get the tree. At least not... I may do it separately. Because I do think it's pretty, but I don't want it to be brown, so I'll probably pick it up later. Alright, so we're going to take this image first. This is going to be like our town businesses. So I'm going to use Pure Ice in Showstopper to color in the windows. So I used to have, or I still have it, excuse me, like a little whole small Christmas town, and I have houses and community building, a post office, fire station, police station, the school, bakery, toy shop, restaurant, hotel, train station. I also had a little train set that would go around the town, and I had little like fake roads. I've got Maybelline Teal for 2. I'm going to color in a couple of the buildings in this tone. I had some fake snow, and I had the kind you could like put like these lights under, like in the houses and businesses, and have it lit up. It's so fun. I always love doing it. So I had a makeshift table. Well, when I first started, I just kind of set them there, and because of the lights, the wire on it would kind of like make it wonky because it'd like lift them up and all that. So I basically made my own table type situation that was just a riggy mess. But my husband had cut me some little holes in it so that I could put the lights under that way, so that it wouldn't, the wires wouldn't show and wouldn't like make the houses lift up. So that was wonderful, but it didn't last because again it was wonky, so it just so that was disappointing. And I've tried to put it like on my coffee table a couple times, but since we used the coffee table, that wasn't the best solution. So now I'm going to LA Colors Nudie. So I haven't had it up, I guess, a couple years, but anyway, it was fun. So doing this is right up my alley. If I had I have old pictures somewhere. If I had one where I knew what I had it on, I'd show it to you. I'll have to look and see if I have any on my current phone. So do you have a town or know anyone that has that? Do you have a whole setup? Now I'm going to Candy Moyo 952. So I was the main one that was my thing. The kids kind of liked it, but it wasn't like a big deal. It was me that really enjoyed it. But it was kind of funny because a couple of days ago, my son asked me, "Oh, you're not going to put your town up?" So I don't know. Maybe, surely when they see towns anywhere like that, they're going to think of me at least. So they have that memory. I know that sounds that sounded so bad, but I do think about those things. And this little space here looks like it's just part of where like the ground would be. So to make this look a little bit more like snow once it's stamped on, I'm going to use Color Vibe Lunar. You'll know I like to use that color for windows or like doing a snow look. So since it's a large image, I'm just able to use the brush just to go bloop. Okay. See that blue tone coming through? Love that color. Alright, so this little house, I think I'm still going to do the windows in yellow. So I need to let it dry for a minute, so I'm going to set that one aside. We're going to come over here to the church. I'll go ahead and do those. Let me think. Let me do the two sides in yellow. And then that upper one I'll do in a different color. I'll do it in Color Vibe Frosted Petal. It also gives a cool look. So I'm just going to touch a little bit to my brush because we don't need much. Alright, so now we'll go back to this one while those dry. And I'm going to do this one. Oh, try to get some of that. Okay, let's look at this one. It's got those little pillar looking things. Well, I don't know what you call them, like how the roof is. I have an idea, but I'll come back to it. Also, for the church, I'm going to take LA Colors in Maryland and just color in the door. Just got a little bit of that showing. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside and jump to this one. I'm going to alternate these windows with some yellow. Okay, set that one aside, and I'm going to do this one. Also some yellow. I was thinking if I wanted to keep it all that tone. I think I will. Alright, so we're going back to this one, and I'm going to do the other two windows in Frosted Petal. Alright, back to the church, and I'm going to use Candy Mayo 930 for the building itself. I need to get a bigger piece of foil so I can get it to overlap on the sides to hold it on there for me. Just touch my brush to it a little bit. Alright, let's look at this one. So can you see that top one, how it's doing that? Kind of gives like a foggy look, or not, what's the word? Frosted window look. Alright, for this one I think I'm actually going to do the door on that same color. Just the door. Alright, I'm going to do the roof in Nudie. Have any of you ever had like like this, I know this is going to sound odd, but like an adult dollhouse, like where you could decorate the way you want? That's the part I love, is just the decorating. I don't have one, but I like the whole little, you can put the little furnitures in there and stuff. I think that would be fun. And then I'm going back to this color for the house. I know some people like even make the little furnitures. I think that's awesome, but I don't think I would have the patience to do all that. But everybody got their own thing, right? Because some probably would be like, well, I wouldn't want to sit there stamping for an hour either. And here I am, so everybody got their thing. What is your thing outside of nail stuff? Do you have any other hobbies? I guess I actually don't. Some people have lots of hobbies. That's great. Keep your mind busy. It's good for you. Because if I'm sitting there, my mind's just a-going, I'm definitely thinking too much, overthink things, replay things. Yeah, I got a busy mind. Probably another reason I do love to do nail stamping. Alrighty, let's look. Oh, I can see right there, I missed. So when you hold it up, which I've mentioned many times, you'll be able to see things you might not see when it's just laying flat. You can see those other two windows that have the frosty look to them. Alright, so for this one on the chimney, I'm gonna put that deep red tone, just for the chimney. Alright, and I can see that little piece right here that's missed. I'm just gonna use my brush to touch that up. Alright, so I'm gonna take some of that lunar. I want to go right here with it, because this looks like it's like on a hill of snow. And the roof, this one has a thick look, so we'll go ahead with white out. Go back to this other brush. So what I meant by since it has that thicker look, makes it look like it's piled with snow. And we still got to get its little tree, which we'll do once this is placed. Let's look at it. Alrighty, and I still got some things to do, but we're going to go ahead and place the businesses here. Again, just got to get what I can, but I'm placing it up more so I can do the rest of my steps. Not worried about that part of the roof. We'll rip her off. Rip off this too, if I can. Now if it starts to pull the image, just tuck it under. Trying to see if I can get this piece. Okay. Alright, we're going to place this one, because now I know where it's going to go. This one fits very well with this one, I think. And I'm still going to get our tree. I was looking. Yeah, I think I actually am going to like the tree better on the other side of it. Okay, so I'm going to place it on this side. And our little smoke bit didn't make it on there. Alright. Alright, I went back and got the tree. We're going to place it over here. Alright, so two things I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to add some frosted petal to the little smoke area. Alrighty, and I went ahead and added some snow look to the tree. Alright, I'm going to apply this house. And the church. Alrighty, we got this house. Looks like a little cabin. Alright, so this road or walkway, whichever you want it to be, is going up to the town area. Just peel this piece off. Ooh. Okay. Peeled off what I could and tucked under the rest. Alright, now I'm going to go to plate M101 and pick up the fence. And we're going to pick it up in Miniology's front page, B462. Okay, so to help this house come together more, it's going to get the little driveway as well. I'm going back to this plate. I'm going to see if I'm going to use this mailbox image or not. I need to see how it looks. So I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to use Miniology's Cocoa to do so. Okay. I'll reverse stamp the rest of it. Kind of looks a little bit wonky, so I'm going to re-pick it up and I'll be back. And also, I'm going to color it in white, but the bottom of it was going to be too long, so I took that piece off. Alright, so for the fence, we are going to color it in with Candy Moyo 938. I also picked it up a second time. I won't bore you with reverse stamping this entire thing. So I'm going to do this throughout on both of them and I'll be back. Alright. Now, as you can see, so on the plate that I got this from, it's like the camping theme. So really you could have this as dirt if you wanted, but we're doing a whole snow scene, right? So we are going to make that into snow. So I am going back to Color Vibe, Lunar, and apply some snow. Could do it white if you wanted to. I'm going to do this to both of them. Alright, we're going to apply our mailbox. Alright, I'm going to go back to this plate. We're going to grab 1 or 2 town lights. I'm going to use coconut to do that. I know this is long. I got a lot of pieces, of course, I was doing, but we're getting close to being done. Alright, and I did pick it up twice. I am going to color in the light part in yellow. Flip it. Okay, and while those dry, I'm applying our fence. Okay, and I got this one ready as well. Alright, for the church image, I'm going to take a little bit of this fence here. Let's see. I'm going to pick it up in coconut. No, I'm not. I'm going to pick it up in front page. And I want a little bit... I'm going to leave a space in the middle and just get what'll fit. And you'll understand better when I show you. But I am going to reverse stamp it. I'm going to stick with the color I used on the other fence. Just going to use the brush itself. Okay, I'm going to look at it and let that dry for a minute, and I'll be back. In the meantime of that drying, I'm taking a little bit of white, kind of trying to get off a little bit of the extra, and we're putting some snow on the roofs. Okay. Okay, and then we have this one. Starting to dry. I'm also adding a little to the church as well. Alright, now I'm going to add this to the church area. Ah. Okay, I'll fix it and be right back. Alright, so I just peeled it off best I could and tucked the rest. So now we're going to add the little lights. And flip it to get the other one. Alright, I'm going back to this plate. Last thing we're finishing. I'm getting Acorn. I'm going to see how this looks. I may not even want this. But I'm going to pick up this image here. The guy walking the dog. Trying to clean off the extra bits. Okay, I want to pick it up a little better. I'll be right back. Alright, I got him. I think... that's now, I gotta hurry up and decide. Okay, I think he'll go to this one. Okay, let's do this one. They're building the snowman. I'll try to fit them. Okay, then I'll do the one with the snowballs. Alright, I want the one with the sled. I think I'll go ahead and get this one as well. These kids playing. At least I could think that's what it is. Okay, I'm gonna redo that one. Alright, got it. Trying to decide which side I better hurry up too. Put them on that side. And I go ahead and pick these ones up as well, just to let me see how they look, where I want them. Oh, I dropped the card. Okay. Let's see if this is even gonna look. I think I need to take off the bottom one. Oh. Okay, and I had taken off too much, so I had to repick them up. So I'll have these two here. Okay. Alright, and last thing, I'm just going to get part of this tree. I don't need the whole tree, it's not all going to fit. Alright, so I'm just going to color this in. And that was just the same green I used earlier. And the reason I wanted it is because I feel like this is too empty back here. So I have my sticky base on. So I got to give it just a minute to dry and then we'll apply it. Okay, let's see. And I didn't want it to get on the, like, cover up the church. So that's why I took off that little piece right there. And I know, I'm so sorry this was so long, but that's a lot of pieces. It's like a whole painting. So that is it. That is our Christmas town, friends. So we have our lovely cabin over here with this fireplace going. There's smoke coming out of it. It's got his tree background, walking his dog. He's got his fence. This one is the blue house that has the children doing a snowman in the front yard. Also have their little fence, and I've added the snow look to the roofs. Why'd I say roofs? I've never said that in my life. I say roof. Okay, wow. Roof. That's how I typically say it. Anyway, and then we got the little businesses, the town businesses here. Got their walkway, got the kids playing outside. Then we have our church. It also has children playing outside. It has the little stone fence with the lantern lights. I guess that's what would you call those? Well, the little town lights. With the little tree backgrounds. And then we have this cute little cabin here. Also has its little driveway with the cute little mailbox and the little guy sledding down the hill with their little tree background. So I know there's a lot that went into this one. But I really wanted to do it before Christmas. And you obviously wouldn't have to do all those things I did. But I really do appreciate you watching, and I do hope you enjoyed. I greatly appreciate it, and I will list all of the Maniology products I used in the description box. And until the next one, have a blessed day, friends. Bye.